Hello out there, comic book lovers. It is Friday. So, that means I'm doing my Friday night reviews. I am going to take three comics from the previous Wednesday, so the three, what I thought were the best, and do a review of them. And then I'm going to take the one that I liked the least. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, but it's the one that I liked the least. And check it out. All right, folks, now let's move on to the ones that I liked. Now, this is something that I was rather surprised to like. This didn't come out this week. It came out a while ago. I picked up number 1 just to see if I'd like it. There was number 2 on the shelf, and I probably will be getting number 2. It's The Last Witch, number 1, by Boom Box Publishing. I'm thinking this is kind of a kid's thing. Written by Connor McCreary, illustrated by V.V. Glass, colored by Natalia Nesterenko, and lettered by Jim Campbell. I think this Boombox is, an offshoot of Boom, and it is kind of a children's imprint. So it starts out with our protagonist here, a young girl, and on her birthday, her and a friend, they are you scared? You're scared, aren't you? Yeah. All right. So it's her and a friend. Why do I not remember her name? Anyway, they're in the woods, and they've been told not to go into the woods. They are out. They want to go past the hedge to try and find this witch that supposedly exists or doesn't exist. She comes out once a year, which is this day, right? Because it's not only is it our young protagonist's birthday, but it's also a festival day. And, this witch comes out to feed on that day, right? So she and her friend, they're daring each other to try and go past the hedge where this witch lives to find proof. And of course they get, see he's got this little, garlic on his leg because, witches don't like the smell. So, which proves that he believes about this witch, even though he says he doesn't. So they're trying to dare each other to see, can I get proof? Oh, I'm gonna get something from the house to prove it. This is, I'm gonna see her. And during this, all of a sudden they get stopped by the young girl's father saying, no. You are not going out to do this. I've told you to stay out of these woods. It's dangerous. You coming back home, dude. Get out. Go home. You aren't doing this crap. And, of course, she's rather indignant, saying, I'm 12. I should be able to, I've been stuck in this little village all my life. I'm an adult, and we already know that she has this weird mark on her. Then everyone thinks that she's odd, and her mother died. So her father's like, "Look, all right, your brother's sick. We have stuff we need to do. You're coming home. You're taking care of your brother. I've got to go do stuff." So her younger brother Bram is sick, and so she's got to stay at home, take care of him instead of going to the festival, doing things on her birthday. And then she flashes back to a conversation she has with her mother. This is really kind of good. And here is the mark that is on her shoulder. Her grandmother and mother were saying that she's special. So the father comes in and says, hey, I feel bad about restricting you to the house. I'm going to give you a present. Hands her his socks to fix and then says, okay, I'm also going to give you a little bit of honey. I guess it's kind of hard to get in the wintertime. She gives her brother a little thing of tea, which will cause him to sleep. And she's like, I'm blowing. I'm out. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go check this stuff out. And Bram didn't drink the stuff, and so he follows her. They're heading off on an adventure to find this witch's house. And boom, who do they come across? Nan, Grandma. And one thing I've noticed about this, there is no ads in this thing. This is a little thicker than a regular comic, and there's not a single ad in it, so it's all story. Right? So you got this cool grandma, smokes cigars and all that, who's sitting there saying, yeah, let's do this. And so they go off and find a tower. Now, I'm not going to go any farther onto this because I don't want to give away the ending. But this is actually a really good book. I'm not, sure if it's 100% written for kids, but we do have some young protagonists, and it's an interesting story. I mean, it's a bunch of kids going on an adventure to try and find this, whether this witch exists or not. And, the art isn't, up to, it's not like the Jim Lee or the, John Byrne type, but it's a good, kind of art that will go with the light-hearted story of this, and I enjoyed it. I mean, the story's fun. The characters are interesting. The young girl, she's it makes sense, that age, 12, 13 years old, you're going to be a little rebellious. You've got the father who, his wife died, doesn't want to lose his kids, so it all makes sense. And then, of course, that girl, once she watches, she's like, I'm going to go check this out. Who couldn't resist something like that? So I think this is a really good book. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5, just because it was a fun book to read. Anyway, what do you think? Did you buy it? Did any of your kids buy it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and enjoy your comics.